Members of We Are Guahan have said that the Pagat Cave, the ancient Pagat village, and the trail to the cave aren't the only historical or cultural sites in the Pagat or Route 15 area. So we decided to follow them into the jungles of Pagat to see for ourselves. The hike down to the cave is steep. After the caves, the trail continues on to the ancient Pagat village. UG professor Mike Bavakwa explains.
As you walk on this trail, you can see a lot of different artifacts, such as this basalt lusung right here. There was a limestone lusung back there. Up ahead, there's laddie. And so south of here, you've got dozens of laddie. And then even to the north, there's more laddie as well. And so, this is the trail that most people take down here. And most people think that Pagat is just that cave and that natural arch. When in truth, Pagat, it extends a pretty, there was hundreds of people that lived down here. There are 15 different sets of laddie that we've found, and probably more out here.
A laddie set is the set of laddie stones left from what was once an ancient Chamorro house. Some ancient Chamorros, presumably chiefs or those of the higher classes, built their houses on stone pillars called laddie stones. Lusung are ancient grinding stones used to grind medicinal plants and food. Although DoD has promised to allow 24/7 access to this particular site of laddie stones and lusung, Bavakwa says it still may be in the range of stray bullets.
This is what in most people's minds and in DoD's mind, this is the basis of Pagat, really. They don't really think of it as expanding further north than this. So that's why they're basically saying that you can still come to Pagat all you want, because they'll be firing up there, not down here. Although technically this is in their danger zone.
Maps of the proposed firing range in the FEIS show that the surface danger zone extends over the ancient Pagat village. From the Pagat village, the trail continues on to the coastline, where the limestone rocks create a natural arch. From here, we hiked north up the coastline till we reached a bluff and a native limestone forest. Just a few feet inside the forest is another ancient Chamorro laddie site. We saw no trash in this area. It was, however, littered with artifacts. Even areas away from the laddie sites were covered with pottery shards, complete with designs or etchings in them, clamshells, scrapers, sinkers, and other tools.
If DoD considers Pagat to be the laddie site next to the natural arch in the cave, then this laddie and the 6 or 7 other in this area, they're not part of Pagat. And all of the pottery shards, all of the shells, all of the lusung in this area, then they're not part of Pagat either. I guess according to them, it's okay to fire over here, or it's okay, to block this place off because this isn't culturally historic, or this isn't significant.
Right here we're at this laddie site, what's due west from here?
Route 15.
The entire area is filled with native plants and trees. For example, fadang or Federico palm, lumut or native moss that is used by locals to decorate nativity scenes, nunu or tautomona trees, also known as banyan trees in English.
I think if you're not from here, this may not look pristine, but for those of us who appreciate, the beauty of our island and the ocean, coming up here, it's just, who would want to build a firing range on the bluff above here, or to build a target right next to this the scenery here, So not only is this area where our ancestors used to live, not only does DoD have more than enough property to build the ranges on its own, within its own footprint, but again, this is, who would want to disturb this with gunfire?